It's a great time to catch a movie. Let's take a look at some of the new films that are hitting screens this weekend. For more, we are joined by film critic Richard Crouse, who I'm sure has been a very busy boy for the last week and a half. Rich, before you go into this first review, I just want to make sure I hear it very clearly. So I'm just going to crank my IFB up to 11. Tell me about Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues.
Well, it's got the best name for a sequel in a long time. The End Continues made me laugh a lot. And the movie made me laugh enough. It's been 41 years since the original Spinal Tap movie, and it's a classic. It is the movie that gave us the turn it up to 11 and, 100 other catchphrases. And so coming back 4 decades later, is tough when you want to revisit these characters and try and live up to the brilliance of the first movie, which really paved the way for the Christopher Guest movies, Waiting for Guffman, Mighty Wind, all that stuff, shows like The Office. So that's how influential this one, the original film, was. The new movie is more like a hangout movie. It is kind of fun to see these characters again. They have been estranged in the story for 15 years. They have to do one more concert. They get together. They're still not really getting along all that well. And it's a documentary about them trying to find a drummer and find their way to the stage to do one last concert and cement their legacy. The laughs don't really get turned up to 11, but as I say, it's kind of fun to hang out with the characters. So I gave Spinal Tap, The End Continues, which is now in theaters, 3 stars out of 5.
It's kind of hard to keep a band when the drummer continues to spontaneously combust.
It's true.
It's true.
They do find one, though, in the movie.
Let's talk about The Long Walk. This is based on a novel by Stephen King.
Yeah, Stephen King, writing under the name Richard Bachman, which he did for a few years, a couple of decades ago. And this is a story that is set in an authoritarian world. There's been some kind of terrible war. The military has taken over. The country is in financial ruins. And to give hope to people, to show people that through hard work there is virtue, they stage what they call the Long Walk once a year. It's televised, and it starts with 50 or 100 young men, and they walk until only one remains. And the last person who is still there gets there to make all their dreams come true. And, of course, along the way, some pretty horrible things happen. Now, if you know the book, you know that the beauty of the book is in its simplicity. It really just is the story of this walk. And that is what the movie is, and why it works so well, is that it really forces us to focus on the characters, in particular the characters played by Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson. Cooper Hoffman, of course, is Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, terrific in this. And then David Johnson, you might know from a show called Industry. He's also terrific in this as well. So this is a movie that, even though it's simple, it's straightforward, it's a lot of walking and a lot of talking, it'll move you to the edge of your seat. You'll pay for the whole seat, but you'll only use the edge. So I gave The Long Walk 4 out of 5 stars, and it's in theaters now.
It looks pretty dark, but I'm interested, that's for sure. Let's talk about Downton Abbey, the grand finale.
Yeah, this is apparently the end of the line for Downton Abbey, although it's just set up enough so that there could be, in a couple of years, Downton Abbey, The Next Generation, or something like that could happen if you're jonesing for it still. The year is 1930, and the times they are a-changing at Downton Abbey. Lord Grantham, played by Hugh Bonneville, is about to retire, step down from leading the house. Lady Mary is going to take over, but she's been recently divorced. So will high society accept her? Well, we'll find out in the movie. There's all sorts of other things that happen here, both upstairs in the opulent area of this beautiful old Edwardian house, and then downstairs in the kitchen where all the cooks and the footmen and all that sort of thing hang out. And it is pure Downton Abbey. They don't push the envelope here particularly. The characters behave in pretty much the way that you would expect if you're a fan. And that's exactly what this movie is trying to do. It's trying to appeal to fans, and I think it will, of the show and of the two movies that came before it, by just letting you walk around that house a little bit more, spend some time with these characters that you've grown to love over the last 10 or 15 years. So I gave Downton Abbey, the grand finale, which is really just a melodrama in a top hat and tails, 3.5 stars out of 5 for fans.
We appreciate the updates and the reviews as always. Rich, have a great weekend.